friends, welcome to my channel. In today's video I want to bring you the August adult box What's Upon a Book Club. I really love this subscription because it's fun. It's a monthly subscription for $34.99 and you get 3 to 5 full-size gifts that go along with the story. I believe I have an affiliate code or a discount code for you guys, so I'll put it down below. You save about $5, so that's good for one box. And reading off their website is $34.99 and it brings you a bestseller book along with 3 to 5 gifts mentioned in the book that you open as you read, making it your part of the experience. And I really like this concept because I love to read, but it's fun, it's an adventure, it's a fun experience, and it makes you part of the story because as you go along the book there's certain parts where you stop and you have a little note, which I'll show you now, but you have a little note and it tells you open your gift. So you open the gift that corresponds to that page, and the fun part of it is that you wait until you get to that page to open the gift. So I really liked it. This is the second month I get it. If you haven't seen the first month I got, I'll put the link at the end of this video so you guys could check it out. They have different versions. They have the adult book, which comes in this pretty purple pink box. I think the young adult is green, and then I'm not sure what color is the kids one, but this is the one I get for myself, the adult book. I really like this. So let's start with the story itself. I'm not gonna give too much away because I don't want to mess up the experience for you, but just enough so you understand what the story it's about. I'm gonna read a little bit about the description of the book, the author's notes, and every time there was a gift I'll read you a piece of that part and I'll show you what gift I got. Now I want to say something about this description. In the first box as well as this one, it has the same, something similar happened, that we got a gift. One of the gifts was an item that is essential to the story. It's very important to the story, but it's not really a practical gift. It's not something that I would show around or that use or maybe forward to somebody else. It's something very particular to the story, although important to the story. It's not really important for personal use, but not criticizing. I'm just saying that it's something that you should that you would notice as I show you that there's the first gift we got. It's not really something that I would use. So let's start. This story is very different from the one that I got in the other box, which is nice because I like to read about different things. It was easy to read and you get to know each character very well in a very subtle way. Like for example, instead of saying one of the daughters is she's a hardworking person and she doesn't have time for this or time for that, it gives you details so you yourself come to that conclusion. I like that because it doesn't treat you like a dumb reader. Like you're an intelligent reader, you could assume the things yourself. Let me read you with the back of the description of the story. It says, a sudden departure, a story decades in the making. The chaotic but happy equilibrium. The title of the book, I'm sorry, is The Last Piece by Imogen. I think that's how you pronounce her name, Imogen Clark. She's a writer from Great Britain, and it says, a sudden departure, a story decades in the making. The chaotic but happy equilibrium of the Nightingale family is thrown into disarray when Cecily, whose children can't remember her ever being remotely spontaneous, disappears to a Greek island with no warning or explanation. Her reasons for doing something so out of character are a total mystery to her 3 daughters, a high-powered executive Felicity, unfulfilled GP Julia, and organized mother of 5 Lily. What connection could she possibly have with Kefalonia? But Cecily has gone to continue a story she thought ended decades ago, one that could have huge impact on her family, and when she returns she'll have to tell the truth. Will Cecily be able to hold her family together once she reveals her big secret, and might she discover that she's not the only one with a story to tell? It's a very interesting story. There were some parts, well, it was one part that I got a little bit like emotional, just a little bit, because it is something sad that happens too often, but you'll see if you read the book. I don't want to give it away. I'm going to read you the author's notes, which it's a little bit lengthy, but I think I could read it in a minute or so because it's interesting. I like to read the author's note, and it does give you a little bit of a spoiler about what the story is about, but that's fine. It wasn't me, it was her who spoiled it. So it says, Imogen Clark, author. Hi there. I'm so thrilled that you're reading The Last Piece. It's my 4th published novel and currently my favorite. I try not to put any spoilers in this note, so please feel free to read it at any stage. As with many of my stories, this one has a family at its heart. I find family dynamics endlessly fascinating. The relationship between sisters is particularly intriguing to me. I have a brother, and whilst I love him dearly, I don't think it's the same as having a sister. However, I have 3 daughters and a son, so I'm constantly watching how they interact with one another. I think I'm going to skip because it is going to take me a long time. Let me say towards the end. So the hardest part, this is a little bit of a spoiler, so the hardest part for me to write was a section in The Mother and Baby Home. I cried as I wrote about the woman forced to give up the children. I read lots of accounts of the women being treated very harshly, but I decided to give the staff in my home far more empathy for the mothers to be in their care. The situation must have been difficult for all of them. There was no need to make it any worse. I hope you enjoy meeting the Nightingale family and following them as they navigate this tricky part of their lives. I'd be interested to know which of them speaks to you the loudest. It was a very interesting book. I read it in a weekend. It was easy to read. And let me just go right into the gift so this video won't be too long and I bore you to death. The first gift, this one brought 5 gifts. They're separate and they're individually wrapped, and I'll show you one by one what they look like. The first gift was on page 47. Now let me see. Yeah, 47. So this is what it says, and it's fun because as I read, maybe this happens to everybody, but as I read, like, I could guess already what the gift is gonna be, and it's fun when you see it it's what you thought it was. So it says, she pulled the photograph out. It was upside down, so she turned it over. The image made her start, and she let out a little gasp. It was a simple, uncolored picture, a single bed cover with a white cotton counterpane, and sitting on that, a box about the size of a shoebox. It was decorated all over with pictures of yellow roses cut from wallpaper, faded now and curling in places near the edges, but otherwise looking well cared of, considering its age. Cecily would have known it anywhere. "Oh," she whispered as tears gathered in her eyes and then dripped down her cheeks. And then a sound that was more moan than word. Her shoulders heaved and she began to sob so hard that soon her muscles were aching from the effort. And all the time she clutched the photograph tightly, as if by holding it she could somehow summon the actual box to her. So you could guess what it was. It's a photograph, and that's the gift that I was telling you about. That is not practical. I'm not gonna hang that photo anywhere, but it is essential for the story. They came really nicely wrapped, but I opened all of them. So this is what the gifts are, and the first gift came in a envelope. It says the page number outside, so I cannot really reuse this envelope, and I left it. I put it back the way I found it, so to show you with this pretty nice ribbon. When you open it, okay, because I think the story is that this lady is in a hotel in Greece, and she goes to dinner. When she gets back to dinner, she finds this box on top of her bed. So we get a picture of the box. Not the box itself, I'm sorry. She gets a photograph of the box. So we get the same thing. So this is what the gift is. It's just a photograph in regular paper, a photograph of the box. So again, it's not a practical gift, but it is essential because you'll see later in the story why this box is so important. And it's like if you're actually with her there, seeing the box, seeing the photograph of the box on the bed. I thought it was a nice touch, although I can't use this ever for anything else, but it's just a nice touch because it's like you're living it there, you're actually with her. It doesn't add value to the box, the gifts, but it is a nice touch in my personal opinion. You guys decide if you think it's, once you read it, if it was a good item or not. But I thought it was a good item, although it doesn't add value to the box. That was on page 47 towards the beginning, so you got get the idea of what's going on in the story, what's happening. The next gift is on page 97. You don't have to wait that long. Page 97, and it says, "Is there any coffee?" he said, and Felicity bit down her irritation. Of course there was coffee. There was always fresh coffee at breakfast, or was that something else that he failed to notice these days? She set her face in a smile, however, and cocked her head in the direction of the cafetiere. "I can get it for you, Daddy," said Hugo, and before either of them could stop him, Hugo had slipped down from his place and was lifting the full cafetiere. "Put it down, darling, it's hot," Felicity said shrilly, standing to take it from him, but Hugo, anxious to show how very capable and grown up he was, turned quickly away from her and sent the cafetiere knocking into Richard's leg. The coffee splashed up and over his shirt. "Oh, for God's sake," Richard said crossly, pulling the shirt away from his skin to prevent it scalding him. A brown splotch stained the lilac fabric like rot on a rose petal. I had an idea that had something to do with coffee, and I was right. And I'll show it to you, and then I'll tell you why I personally don't like it. I think it's a good item. I don't know how much the retail value is. It's a nice item, but it's not something that I would use for coffee. Maybe for tea, or I could gift it to somebody that would use it. So it comes in this box, and the box tells you outside what page number it is. I can't use this box again because it says the page number outside, but it comes nicely wrapped. It is a coffee thing, a coffee maker. I don't know what they're called because I drink espresso. I don't make it like this. I do it with an espresso machine. But it's well made. I mean, it's probably $10-15. I don't know how much these cost. And it comes with a little filter thing. I'm sorry, I forgot the word, what it's called. Where you put the coffee in the bottom and then you put the water and then you press it down. It is well made. It's very sturdy. It's actually, it could even work as a decorating piece in my kitchen. I'm not sure. Or I could use it for like, I looked it up online, and you could get like fruits and put it in the bottom, and then you put water, and as you squeeze it out to get the fruit juice out, and then you drink water with juice. I thought it was a cute item, but it's not something that I would use every day. But it is important in the story, and that part of the story. Third gift, I had to wait a little bit more for that. That was in page 186. Cecily's eyes brimmed with tears. She lowered her head and, while speaking to the receptionist, walked straight towards the minibus. As the bus beetled through the narrow streets to pick up other passengers up, Cecily found her sunglasses in her bag and put them on. She held a clean tissue to her face, but with a gargantuan effort, she was able to contain her emotion, not allow it to overflow and impinge on those around her. This was something she was good at. After all, she had plenty of practice. And I guessed what it was, and let me show you. I was like, man, another pair of sunglasses, but actually these are really nice. It comes in a nice little box, and it says the page number outside. And then the sunglasses come in a little pouch that says they had no idea how strong she could be. That is a quote from the book. And these are the sunglasses. I think they're pretty big, but I like big sunglasses. You gotta tell me, what do you think? If they're pretty, I like them. I showed them to my husband and he liked them, so that's good. A little bit big for my face, but I like big sunglasses. This was a nice gift. This is probably the most expensive gift of the box. I don't know how much these cost. I'll have to Google the brand. It doesn't even give a brand name, but they're sturdy. They look really good, really nice. It comes in a nice little pouch that is also serves like a cleaning cloth because it's really soft. And it comes with 2 bags of tissue. It says they had no idea, same quote, they had no idea how strong she could be. 2 packs of facial tissue, or maybe there's just one. Yeah, there's just one. They're just put together like that. This was a cute gift, really cute gift. And it's like you're actually, you know, you imagine you're there, you're in the bus with her, and these are her sunglasses and these are her tissues. I thought that was cute. I forgot to show you, I should have done it at first, but I just remembered that the box did come with a card, and I think I must have thrown it away because I don't know what it is, where it is. It just came for a card, with a card, and it said that code that I just said, that they didn't know how strong she could be. I guess I threw it away. I'm sorry about that. I don't know where I put it. Anyways, the last gift is it's really cute and a little bit sentimental for me too, and I'll show you why. If you know me personally, you know why it touches me. Through the whole story, most of the story, one of the characters, the Cecily's husband, is trying to put a jigsaw together, and finally at the end he says, or she said, "What on earth are you doing?" she asked as she took in the scene, and he said, "I finished the jigsaw," he said, his voice triumphant. Cecily saw that there was indeed a complete picture of Monument Valley sitting on her table, except for one piece of sky. The green base of the mat shone through where there should have been cobalt blue. "There's a piece missing," she said unnecessarily. "You've been doing that puzzle for over a year, and all that time there was a bit missing. What a waste of time." And then I'm gonna keep on going because this is the last part of the story and it's so pretty. And it says, "Norman stood up, his hands gray and dusty. He shook his head. It's not been a waste of time," he said, taking her in his arms. She flinched a little as his dusty hands touched her dress, but then she relaxed into his embrace. "I have still had the pleasure of building it, and we can see what it is without that piece. It really doesn't matter that it's not there. In some ways, I quite like it. Nothing's ever quite perfect, is it? And now that I finished, I can start a new one." Missing piece, and the title of the book is The Last Piece, because there was a piece missing in their lives, and you'll see it, you'll find out if you read the book, and you could guess what the gift is. And it might be a little bit silly, but for me it was so cute, so sweet, and I got so teary when I saw it because it reminded me of my father. My father used to love, he passed away, actually when I'm filming this video today is his the anniversary of his passing 4 years ago. He loved doing jigsaw puzzles, so when I saw this, it touched me. It reminded me of him. So this is the 4th gift. It's a jigsaw puzzle of the Monument Valley. I'm gonna gift it to my mom, not today, but and there is a missing piece, so that was a cute, nice touch. I wonder where they got this. I guess they bought a bunch of jigsaw puzzles and took out one piece on purpose. I don't know. And it is, it's a complete puzzle, or a whole bag with all the pieces, and I don't know if really there is one piece missing. I gotta build it up to see if it's true. So this was the last gift, and I loved it, because of the sentimental reasons that I just explained to you. This is the subscription for this month. I really enjoyed it. To be completely transparent, I am very honest, as you probably know already from watching my videos. This is one of my favorite subscriptions. This is my 2nd box only, so I still have a lot more to go, but I do love it because I love to read, and you get gifts as you go. It's only $38.99 and $5 on your first box with my link. So even if it's just regular price $38.99, you're getting a book that the retail value is $15 in the US, plus you get a few gifts, plus you get the enjoyment of getting gifts as you read. And they also have like a fan club, like a club that, not a fan club, like Facebook group where you go in and give your opinions and call questions, interact with other subscribers. So this is really, really nice. I love this subscription. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any questions or comments, please leave them down below in the comment section below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell to get notified of future videos so you won't miss anything. I hope you enjoyed this video again, and I hope to see you again in the near future in my next video. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, friends. Bye.